well aware that going 2-0 will likely set him up to get out of this group and get himself into single elimination, which is a huge deal. Big game for both players, elite level players. This is going to be high level Madden. Let's rock.
Well, you see the Madden Challenge, the 2019 Madden Challenge is brought to you by Bose, the official sound of the Madden NFL 19 Championship Series. Even saw our virtual coaches wearing Bose in game. And we mentioned BeastModeMac, listen to white noise only. No music, no game sounds. It's diabolical. There's no better way to do it than a pair of Bose headset. For first and 10, he's going to have it first at the 25 as they set their audibles. Skimbo's still upset we didn't give him a pair of.
Skimbo upset?
No, you're even more.
Don't even get me going. And the worst part about it is Chow, who I see almost every day at work. He's walking around with the pair of Bose headphones, swagging around all day, bumping his music. And I'm out here suffering.
I keep throwing it out. I mean, as much as we keep putting nuggets out there.
It's unbelievable I haven't wet my beak yet. Unbelievable, Scott. It's all good, though.
Hand off to Zeke. And he'll pick up 2. He was a big part of his attack there in that opening win. And boy, did he take the air out of the football. I mean, only, well, I can think maybe 3 or 4 possessions on either side in that first game. So, especially when you're facing someone like Pavan, who's got an incredible offensive passing attack, the more you can keep the ball out of his hands, the better you'll do. 2nd and 8.
12. 11 V. Reggie.
The Raiders having a pretty decent offseason. So are the Chiefs.
Oh, pressure.
But Luck can't get away.
Agba. That's one of the sleeper players in the draft, Scott. That Agba from the Browns has 88 speed. They like to put him in that D-tackle position, let him loop around, confuse the offensive line, cause all kinds of havoc. And early on, we see it from Pavan, just like he called it. He said, you could expect Agba to do work, and there it was already. These players know their personnel so well and what they expect from them.
Here's a opening timeout. Okay with the first half timeouts, because here comes a big 3rd and 17. You got to get a majority of this chunk back after that big sack.
It'll be interesting to see what Pavan does on defense. Remember, he had the nickel 3-3-5 normal defense when he won his club championship. He doesn't have that in his playbook for this tournament, so we see him coming out in some nickel double A gap.
And he'll call timeout. Bit of a chess match here early in this one. Both guys getting their mental pretzel on. Just 55 seconds into this one. 3rd and 17. He'll flip the trips.
12.
Fuller out wide. Hill nearby to the right. Luck, quick throw to Fuller and Will. We'll get to the 27. It's going to make it a 4th and 8. And he'll go. That's hurry up. I do not like hurry ups in the 4th downs. I've said this before. Unless you got something you know, and that's going to be, I believe, a false start.
Oh, yeah. Knocks him from a 4th and 8 to a 4th and 13. And right now, if you're Pavan, you have to watch out for Westbrook right there. That's his money guy. He's the one running those deep crossing routes. And then look at Hill just sneaking right here in tight end. You got to watch him because he can hit you anywhere over top as well.
Hey, my favorite thing about the new studio, that RG can get his full Bob Ross on.
I love the telly.
4th down. Throws it into a tight window.
Dropped.
And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
That's a big stop right there for Pavan. Look at Mac, doesn't seem fazed by it, still focused. But if you're Pavan, that is huge right there. Mac tried to squeeze a low ball in on that deep dig. Instead of going with the shallow dig like he's been going to, he smart routed it, extended it to the first down marker. Just wasn't able to squeeze it in. And that's a good mechanic, Scott. A lot of users don't know about that. You could smart route a route, which means you act like you want to hot route the route of one of the receivers, and you press the RB button, and what that's going to do is extend his current route to the first down marker to ensure that you can get to those sticks. So we saw it from beast mode right there, but unable to execute, but still good use of that mechanic to give him a good shot at the first down.
Yeah, had to do that after that false start. Pushed him back 5 yards, and he had the lead in his first game, and now he's going to have to hold the door here.
93.
As Pavan goes to work, we'll hand it off to McKinnon, the speedster. He'll go absolutely nowhere. Bring up a 2nd and 10 now from the 23.
Look at the focus of those players, Scott. It's dead serious up there. Look at Mac. It's all business in the college shirt with the jacket. He's got the slacks on. Pavan hoodied up.
Derek Carr, quick release, and picked up by Shaquem.
Don't try
And
me.
Griffin's got the speed. He'll take it to the cribbo. It's a pick 6.
That's a king.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
What a play, Coltrane, and you hear Beast Mode Mac. That's Shaquem Griffin, 89 speed linebacker. Despite only having the one hand, he still gets himself a pick 6 on his horse to the cribbo.
That's his 2nd pick, back-to-back games.
And it should have been his 2nd pick 6. You remember he did the weird stop and mannequin challenge. And look at him work. He gets engaged, disengages, runs out to the flat. And that's high-level lurk right there from the Mac.
And there is no one on your screen. You see the reaction. I mean, I'm all about the button-up, but it's like he's got a job interview afterwards as well. I think Madden's a pretty good job right now.
Hey, if you dress like that, you play good, you feel good, and he's obviously playing really good. You dress good, you feel good, you play good. He's obviously playing really good right now. Whatever works, beast mode.
We'll see how Pavan's going to respond here. Carr steps, throws, and there's Shaquem again. It's time knocking it loose.
If you're Pavan, you're going to need to start paying attention to number 49, wherever he is on the field at the start of the play, because he is causing havoc right there. You are going to have to ID him like Brady IDs the mic before every play.
So 2nd and 10.
There's the goon again right there. You got to watch out for him.
Well, you got some movement up front. And this will push the ball forward 5 yards.
Caught on that aggressive pass rush.
734. 734. You're mine. Go, go.
2nd and 5.
Good defense.
Carr looking downfield. B's wide open. And he will stay in bounds. There goes Boyd. Pushed out of bounds at the 24. How many times have you thrown that and the guy had 1 foot out of bounds?
1 foot out of bounds. Pavan very fortunate right there that Boyd able to stay in bounds. And not only stay in bounds, pick up a lot of yards after the catch. And look at Derek Carr, Pavan's favorite quarterback in real life. The helm of the Oakland Raiders gets it done.
Well, he picked up a big weapon. No doubt about that in the offseason. Headed to Oakland. Not too far from us. Of course, their final season here in the Bay before making their way to Vegas.
In his beast mode, he's sitting in that aggressive pass rush. So Pavan smartly fake snapping to get his defenders to jump off sides, give him the free 5 yards. So that's one of the risks with the aggressive pass rush. The other risk is what I was going to call out right here, Scott, is it's not as good against the run. So that's something you need to do if you're a player. If you see that your opponent's an aggressive pass rush because you're getting them to jump off sides, you also want to mix in some runs because you're going to be so much more effective. It's going to be way harder for those D linemen to get off of their blocks when they're focused on rushing the quarterback for the run. So that's a very smart move by Pavan, going to the run after you realize he's in the aggressive pass rush.
He's got Saquon on his team, but still going with McKinnon. Out of the backfield for that speed. Yeah, now he's got Saquon. Former Navy Lion, hello. Have you met Paul Krause?
And you saw who caused the havoc to start it off. It was Beast Mode's user, Shaquem Griffin, hitting that hole once again.
I'll tell you what, Shaquem is everywhere.
And he's only an 82 overall, but I'll tell you, he's got that 89 speed. I believe like 88 finesse move, so you can send him off to the edge if you want to.
Both these guys jaywalking. Little cool gray lows for that man right there. So here comes the 2nd and 12. Ball at the 16.
Monday down. White Monday down.
Just locked in.
Pavan in this gun bunch.
Later 2.
Boyd's wide to the right. Here comes some motion from Will Fuller. Carr all day.
That's good defense. That's really good defense. He is bagged. Oh my goodness, everything was locked, Scott.
Remember, the only completion he's had thus far is that pass along the boundary to Boyd. Everything else has been in a box. 3rd and 12. Trying to hold him to a field goal here.
29. 29.
Club champion already holding an L here after losing his first game to Saya. We'll go to Boyd there, and that'll get a few yards. He'll step out of bounds at the 9. And you got to get the boot out here.
How about Pavan willing to check down, make the safe read, not forcing anything to coverage, and willing to settle for the 3 points right here. I mean, he's very young. I believe he's only 18 years old, but showing a lot of maturity. Not forcing anything down the field.
And it's up, and it is good. So 7-3. Here with 1:11 to go in the first. But another drive stalling out.
You know what another part of that check down might have been, Scott, on 3rd down, is once you throw a pick 6 and get lurked the way he did, you're going to be a little hesitant to get that ball downfield. Ooh!
Tyreek almost got loose. Out to the 24 on the return.
Look at the laser focus of Beast Mode right there. It's locked in.
Trips to the right.
53.
We'll hand it off to Zeke.
Ooh, big hit. And here's Pavan. He is back in his nickel 3-3-5 normal defense, Scott. He did get this in his playbook. He has the Bengals playbooks, and this is the defense that he won the club championship with. This is where he's most comfortable. I'm glad to see him back in this. I don't know why he came out in the game with the double A gap to start, but this is where we've seen Pavan dominant when he's in this nickel 3-3-5 defense. And he sends those backers, yep. Here comes the heat.
Can't get loose. And that will be a sack. It'll be 3rd and 15 at the 20. 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
When he's in this defense, Scott, you got to watch these backers right here, because he'll mix them up from all over the place and send that type of heat, and sometimes drop them into coverage. He does a really good job of mixing up who he blitzes with this defense. Yep, here they come. Here they come, and there they are.
Again. Hughes this time. Making it 4th and 24. And boy, has he dialed up the pressure.
And that's a 97 overall Jerry Hughes, Scott. That is a monster in MUT draft. And then when you put a blitz behind it with the linebackers, you're going to get pressure. Pavan goes to his vintage defense that won him the 100K, and it gets him a quick stop.
So the punt will go out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Pavan hasn't had a lot of things go well offensively, but put all that behind, he has an opportunity right now to go down here and take the lead.
Tell you what, Pavan might have one of the freshest fades in the whole community, Scott.
Oh, to be young again.
He's got a good barber out there in Yuma City, California.
Carr will find Saquon, and it's a fumble. Shaquem, get on their feet, young man.
He's all over the place, Scott. Shaquem Griffin. And this is what I talked about earlier about you got to be careful with the spin. Previously, earlier in the year, Scott, if you spun and got hit sticked in the back, there wasn't a fumble chance. They recently updated the game to make it so you can fumble when you're reckless with the spin. Pavan a little too reckless right there, and Beast Mode makes him pay. Huge, huge turn of events right there.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. And we got Wildcat, folks.
Yeah, you got Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield.
And he'll keep it. He'll fall forward to the 29.
This is a big 3rd and 4 right here, Scott. Because if Beast Mode can get this first down, score a touchdown, he can make it 2 possession. If Pavan can hold them to 3, still 1 possession ball game. This is big.
BeastModeMac 1-0 in the groups. Pavan 0-1. Beast Mode could pretty much maybe cement himself moving on here with a win.
Pavan's got to be careful leaving space in this area because we've seen Beast Mode run this inside zone in these 3rd and 4th and long situations already. And then he likes to hit this deep dig route from the outside. Right, you can see the play art right there.
Luck.
Oh, that's a risky read.
And the former Civil War captain finds the man down at the 7-yard line.
It's a great Twitter account, by the way. It's a great Twitter account, but that's a tough break for Pavan. Will Fuller, not the greatest wide receiver. I believe he's only an 84 overall. Able to jump up in traffic for the 2nd time in 2 games now for Beast Mode and make a key 3rd down play. That was huge. If you're Pavan, you can still hold the door here, though, Scott.
Dearest mother, we've run into the Pirates of Oakland. And he'll hand it off to White.
James
almost spun his way in.
Beast Mode's going to hurry up to the line. He likes what he sees.
Thank you for the bag of raccoon knees.
Go with White right up that middle. No, he goes sneak.
And it will be a touchdown. He'll break the plane. And the former Stanford Cardinal will put BeastModeMac now up 11. 5 plays, 37 yards, taking up nearly 90 seconds.
And I love what he did right there, Scott. He came out, fullback dive that gets you thinking about the run to the one of the halfbacks or the fullbacks, hurries up offense, and then audibles into the quarterback sneak, catches Pavan off guard, gets himself to a touchdown. Andrew Luck doing what he do. And I forget the name of that Twitter account you were talking about, Scott, but there's some Twitter account.
Captain Andrew Luck out there.
Captain Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
It's a great
He doesn't
Twitter
have
account.
a Twitter, so someone has a Twitter for him where he speaks in the terms of a Civil War captain. By the way, Twitch drops are on. Make sure you link your Twitch account to earn Madden Twitch drops throughout the entire show. Another good way to fill up your binder.
I don't know who's more hungry. Is it Beast Mode for his 2nd belt or the chat for those Twitch drops? I mean, it's got to be close right there. I might have to give a slight edge to the chat.
I tell you what, though,
drops,
we haven't seen them since 2017. And you sit here and you watch all these majors go by, and you just think, if I can just get back there, I just want to get back there one more time, have a chance to win my second belt.
Yeah, and here he is with that opportunity. And let's keep in mind, Scott, besides Mike Skim, who's got 3 belts, we've never seen any other player win 2 in this MCS era. Beast Mode trying to be a part of that history.
Yeah,
still has a long way to go, though.
Problem won a ton of championships. Kimbo, 3 as well. And we're going to have a little motion along the line there. And that'll make it a 2nd and 1. Little neutral zone infraction. Ball to 47. 2:59 to go for that man right there, trailing by 11. Really almost a must-score situation with the way BeastModeMac's been playing.
A pivotal drive right here for Pavan.
29.
Well, offset eye, heel in motion, and he'll go to the fullback.
Oh,
no one is fooled as Saquon. 2 carries for -4 yards now. That'll push it back. It'll be a 3rd and 3.
Oh, man, that's about 3 or 4 times, Scott. We've seen Beast Mode just running through gaps, hitting halfbacks in the backfield, head sticking. And again, if there's someone you need to watch out for if you're Pavan, it's that Shaquem Griffin right there.
49 right now is a problem. 3rd and 3. This is just the 2nd set of games here in Group A. We got a long way to go. Carr, quick throw. There's Saquon. That'll be enough for the 1st down. Out of the 49-yard line. That'll give him a new set of downs. Clock on the move with 2:22. Of course, on Mixer, you can watch Saya and Kretobin. Saya trying to move to 2-0 in the groups. Kretobin trying to get his first win at a Madden live event. That's happening over on Mixer. 2 games going on at once. Flip script back to the right side. That's where the bunch is, and there's the 2-minute warning.
Beast Mode just sitting in this nickel normal, Scott, and the cover 2 look that he likes to adjust out of. You know it's cover 2 when you see these 2 safeties just sitting back here like that.
6-18. Yeah, 98's down. 58-98. 29.
So 1st down at the 49, just shy of midfield. Here after the 2-minute warning, he is out of timeouts. And there's a, boy, he's just keeping this pass rush unaggressive. There's another 5 yards as it was the left end that jumped there, number 91.
Beast Mode just refusing to get off of that aggressive pass rush, Scott. He is giving up the free 5 yards over and over again. Now, if you're Pavan, you got to keep fake snapping and you got to start sneaking in the run. There it is again, another fake snap. And another offsides right there from Beast Mode.
Now look at the players' lounge. These guys look way too comfortable for a game coming up here. I do appreciate the foams coming in from Boogs there. Little foam posits. Must be a little chilly over there too. We got a couple of hoodies.
They look like they're ready to fall asleep back there. It's game day, fellas.
Well, here's something to get you excited. There goes McKinnon inside the red zone.
And I'm telling you, Scott, you see your opponent in this aggressive pass rush, you gotta pound that rock. It's gonna open up lanes. Big lane right there for Pavan.
The guy's waiting to play in Group B.
Hey, 734. Low. Express. Lie down. Go.
Right there at the door of the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Again.
And how many flags are we going to see?
He doesn't care. He legitimately doesn't care. And you know what? He's putting this on tape now. If you're at home, if you're in this tournament and you're watching this game and you run into Mac later on, you know he is committed to that aggressive pass rush, and that's going to leave him vulnerable to those fake snaps in the run. You see Pavan going to check down to the run most likely right here.
I'm going to go get a donut. Let me know when this half's over.
This is ridiculous from BeastModeMac. And I'm looking
First
at
down.
his screen. He keeps scrolling to coaching adjustments like he's going to take it off aggressive pass rush, but then he just leaves it on. He's a maniac.
Of course, you got a guy that's known for throwing the football. Now you're just bringing him closer and closer to the goal line, limiting his passing opportunities. I'm not saying he's totally diabolical.
It is somewhat diabolical.
But there's a pro there.
It's diabolical. But Pavan being diligent, continuing to fake snap.
What those new EA chairs, brand new studio. Studio 209 at the EA Broadcast Center in San Francisco. Saquon.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't get out of the grasp of Vic Beasley Jr.
Shaquem Griffin is all over the place. How do I get one of those EA chairs? I want all the free swag. I want the chair,
Oh,
the pose.
you don't have the chair?
You gotta be kidding
I'm
me.
kidding.
Stop.
I think there's 4 chairs in existence,
694.
and they're all right here in the studio.
I'll tell you, as a big Diaz Brothers fan in MMA, I love that we call
209?
it Studio 209. Stockton.
What's it?
Right here on the campus of Electronic Arts. Saquon Barkley! Touchdown, Pavan!
And if you're Pavan, like I said, Scott, that's what you do. You want to stay in aggressive pass rush. You're trying to send
He
the
missed it!
Oh, no! That's not what you do. Great job pounding the rock, but we got to finish, Pavan. I'm here paying you homage. You're a defending champion. We can't be missing extra points.
He just pushed that one.
Wow.
Hooked it beyond the left upright. Eesh.
Kicking in Mutraf, Scott.
I'm a Bears fan. This stuff still hurts.
Oh, man. Poor Bears fans. They had a good season, though. Their team's on the up and up. Oh, he's got him. Scream.
Still looping in.
And here's the thing, Pavan, since he switched to this nickel 3-3-5 defense, he has beast mode completely bagged. It's pretty much Shaquem Griffin 14, Pavan 9. Because beast mode is not doing much on offense. This 3-3-5 is just screaming with these linebackers.
You can't throw it up the seam either. I mean, look at these guys. Look, it's like 89 linebackers out there.
Goons in the box. 1, 2. Couldn't get it. Oh, he's got him.
Nope.
No time. No time.
Well, that pass came way too late. That thing's got to come out right there.
You can picture that Twitter account, that Luck parody account now, Scott. Dear Mama, the Pirates of Oakland. They wouldn't even let us get a throw off. The trenches, they were too dominant. Gonna have to run the ball. Oh, he's got room. Ixon. Nope. Ooh.
Dearest mother, we've had to settle for a ground attack against the Pirates of Oakland. 4th and 24. Please send more deer meat.
What a half. Pavan obviously comfortable on defense. It's the turnovers that have hurt him in this game. And if you're beast mode, you're going to need to get your offense together right here.
Why a timeout here?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Maybe he's just going to try to
hand it off and get sticky with it. Want to welcome those folks in that were watching Saya and Krotobin as we've hit the half here in a 14-9 game. I know Pavan is the one that is down by 5 here, but in my opinion, RG, the Madden Club Champion winner's got the momentum, even though he's down 5.
I got to agree with you. I mean, he's moving the ball on offense, and Mac's playing phenomenal defense. Shaquem Griffin is all over the field making tackles, recovering fumbles, getting pick sixes. but you need to gonna be able to get it done on offense. And ever since Pavan has switched to this 3-3-5 defense, it's been lights out for beast mode on offense. He can't do anything.
They put you in the real world camera there. I saw that, and there comes the highlight. There was a drop right there, and he's shaking his head. But it was all about this play right here. Yeek!
Biggest play, and you see that's a user lurk. That means beast mode was controlling Shaquem Griffin from the start of the snap to the interception point. And look at the way he's running like you got to get to the bathroom or something. I mean, he was in a hurry.
Pavan would come down and kick the 3 to make it 7-3. And Zeke really couldn't go anywhere. I mean, he was stopping the run, he was stopping the pass. And then the sneak by Captain Luck there. That what made it 14-3, and then it got weird.
But you got to, here's going to be a nice run from Pavan, but you got to remember that Luck sneak came after a fumble that already got beast mode down there into the red zone. It's not like he worked his way into that red zone and then this.
Oh boy.
It's not every day you see a belt winner miss an extra point, I'll tell you that much.
You can't believe it, but it's just a 5-point ball game. Hasn't gone his way. That's what's happening over here, Rico. What's going on your side?
We've had a great first half of action between Christobin and Saya. From the opening kick to the first play, we've seen these guys going at it. All right, Saya coming off that big victory in his last one, looking to add to it. Christobin looking to get on the board first with his first victory. Saya, with that unorthodox offense, puts it on the ground on the first play from scrimmage. Not a way you want to start out your Madden challenge. But Christobin was able to make the most of that turnover as he marched right down the field, got the ball to his running back, hit him with that spin move, and took an early 7-0 lead. We had a lot more action as they kept going. Saya dropped back, had his quarterback, but once again turned the ball over. Christobin says he's clicking on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. He's getting comfortable here, and you know, once you get comfortable in Madden, that's when the points start coming. And he was able to get it done right there, breaking that run to the left for a 14-0 lead. But Saya was able to put some points on the board. He's fighting back, cut it to 14-10. We're gonna go ahead and pick up action in the second half. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much. That's all happening over on Mixer, and it's cool. For the first time, we got 2 games going on at once, and you can have the opportunity to go over there and watch those games if you want. If Saya somehow goes 2-0 in the groups, you got to come over here to the feature stage. We can't leave you over there hiding forever. You got to come over here and prove you can do it on this side.
I don't know. If he gets to 2-0, his game might not be interesting. He might be locked in already. So we don't know what's going to happen with that group. The way group play dynamic is, when you got to start crunching the numbers and figuring out who's locked into the group, who's going to get out, it gets pretty crazy. So
you're right. I mean, we might be seeing him a little later on. So you guys enjoy that game over there on Mixer between Saya and Christobin as it hits the second half. Over here on this side, though, we're going to continue with BeastModeMac against Pavan, and it's a 5-point ball game. Had some awkward moments. We've seen some good plays, some good runs. So we had a pick 6 in there. And this is key. Talk about pivotal drives. Dion is going to come out with it. Prime time. Oh, it makes a man miss. Gets to the outside. Double spin. And jukes his way to the 32. Easy.
You can spin. It's going to be nasty. You're going to make defenders miss. But you have to be cautious about it. You cannot afford another fumble if you're Pavan, especially due to that spin. You got to protect your ball carrier.
So 1st and 10 at the 32. Got the bunch to the right. Will Fuller, former Fighting Irish, over on the left. Saquon a little motion, and here we go. Aggressive pass rush. He refuses to come out of it. And that's going to cost him another 5 yards, so that'll move Pavan to the 37-yard line. And You know, the scouting report will tell you that Pavan is majorly a throw guy, and I think that's why he just keeps going to keep it on. And I'm looking over there just to see if these guys are even talking to each other, and he's just like, I'll take another 5 yards.
The montage we could have of just all the fake snap offsides on beast mode. I mean, he's just being relentless with it. At some point, you got to get the D-line off of aggressive.
You got 56 there.
I think as long as he's winning.
This is ridiculous.
Neutral zone infraction, 96, 5 yards. Still first down.
I don't. If you're beast mode, I don't know. You've already given away 15 yards on this drive alone. Like, how not confident are you in your defense without the aggressive pass rush?
They'll go to the run.
And then you leave yourself susceptible to the run.
Got tripped up by Shaquem. Or he would have been to the cribbo.
Of course, it would be Shaquem to make the tackle. I mean,
734.
He's out of control right now, I can tell you that. 1st and 10 at the 42.
637. 282.
He's not going to run a passing play if he knows aggressive pass rush is on. There's a leaping grab that'll take it to the 32 as Boyd pulls it in.
Well, what he did right there is he fake snapped, didn't get the offside, so then he felt comfortable. Okay, he might not be an aggressive pass rush right here. That's when he dropped back to pass and let it rip. Good first down right there from Pavan.
29.
Beast mode takes the nickel back.
Boyd make his way to the 22 now. Just outside the red zone, but it's going to be a new set of downs on this opening drive of the second half. 2 belt winners playing each other. Maybe years apart, games apart. Can Pavan take the lead here? He's never led in this ball game. He'll flip the bunch. Back to McKinnon. Gets a few blocks. He'll spin his way to the 17. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Beast Mode's got to stand up here in the red zone.
He has to, Scott, because like we talked about, Pavan looks so good on defense. If he can score a touchdown, get the lead, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Beast Mode, and that's where he doesn't want right now. He does not want that pressure on his offense. As locked up as it's been right now against Pavan.
Derek Carr, another high point.
I would love to see Shaquem Griffin's stat line after this game, Scott. Another tackle. Number 49 out there at linebacker.
He's got 2 tackles. He's got a pick 6.
Fumble recovery.
Fumble recovery.
It's all over the place.
It's going to bring up 3rd and inches at the 12. See the unconventional balanced offense out of Pavan. 10 passes, 10 rushing. Right up the gut with Saquon. That'll be a first down at the 11. New set of downs, 2:35 to go. Boy, he's eating up this clock here in the 3rd.
Yeah, this is a biblical drive right now by Pavan. Not making any mistakes. Forcing beast mode in those offsides penalties. He's likely just going to run this ball to the outside.
Stretches out. Saquon getting it to the edge. Yes, sir. Misses the tackle, and Pavan is going to take the lead as Saquon gets the pay dirt.
Oh, man, and Pavan just gets the ground game involved. Cole, I mean, he's getting about 5 or 6 yards a pop. The interesting right there, though, is he kicks the extra point instead of going for 2, where he could have made it a 3-point ball game. It's a little interesting right there. It's an interesting decision. Look at this run.
Stretches it out.
That hurdle. Shaquem Griffin not there to make the play that time. And look at the emotion from the club champion, Pavan from Yuba City, California, 18 years old. Already won 100 grand playing Madden this year.
You can see the standings here. Beast Mode with an opening win, but now he's trailing by 2. Pavan with the opening loss to Saya. Trying to get in that win column here in Group A. You can see the club champion at the bottom of the basement right now, trying to change that scenario real quick with 1:53 to go here in the third.
I mean, Beast Mode just needs to find time. Pavan's just sitting in a cover 2 defense, sending 5 rushers.
Got to go to X up the seam, and he finally does, and hangs on at the 44. I was waiting for him to drop it.
No, that was a very, very good play call right there, Scott. When you're Pavan and he's staying in this cover 2 defense and you got this receiver up in the slot, you want to send him right up there in that seam because you know those cover 2 safeties are going to drift out this way and leave an opening in the middle.
Especially when he doesn't have time for single moves in the route running game or double moves. So just send the guy on the 9 route up the seam. Second and 8. Ball at the 41-yard line. Coming up on a minute to go in the third. Quick throw. Westbrook gets the feet in bounds at the 16. What a read.
Look at Kerry. He's locked in. Laser focus.
I feel like there needs to be some sound effects with that.
The deuce close specialist himself, Kerry Kill.
And Elliott. Take it to the 14. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Beast Mode starting to figure it out. You don't have time for those developing routes. It's got to be quick hitters.
Right, Scott. He's done a good job with it. And the most important thing for him right now is he's already in field goal range. Can't turn the ball over. Got to make sure you at least get 3 to take this lead.
This time has time and throws a pick.
6. Yes,
Adams, Jamal. He's gone. Bye, Felicia. We'll see you. Don't call me. I'll call you. Touchdown, Pavan.
Strong.
What a huge play by Jamal Adams. We showed you the pick and the little draft montage at the start of the show. And now it's a 2-possession ball game, and Pavan's letting them have it up here.
A field goal would have gave him the lead. Instead, it's a 10-point swing.
And coming into this tournament, do you know what Pavan's record was, Scott, in MCS play?
Bring it to me.
It was 20-1. As you see, there's that defense right there. There's the pick 6. And now he's going to be 20-2 after the loss to Kurtobin. But man, that defense is back. And that hurts if you're Beast Mode. That's the 2nd time he's been in the red zone and turned the ball over at a pivotal moment.
Pavan lost to Saya in that opening game as Beast Mode beat Kurtobin. But now we're in game 2 here of Group A, just getting started here from San Francisco. Couple games away, we'll have Nick and Problem up here on the desk calling a few games, and there's a aggressive pass rush the other way to start the 4th quarter. That gives me time to tell you to put your forwards up. 2nd and 1.
And Scott, when you see them fake snapping to get the guy off sides, you need to implement that in your game if you're playing online competitive play. The way you do that at the line of scrimmage is you simply just press the RB button, and that's when you'll give them the fake snap. And here come the goons.
Leonard Floyd coming off the edge, looping in to make it 3rd and 9. Looked like he had Westbrook there about the 50-yard line on a little corner route.
I mean, the way he does it is so scum. He takes the nickel back and puts him behind the linebacker. So you're going to have two dirtbags sitting right there, kind of hovering over each other. You got to pick out which one's going to blitz.
But James White would have had the first down if he didn't come up and get hit on the secondary there. He had a nice stiff arm. This going to be a 4th and 1. Biggest play of the game thus far.
4th and 1, and we're not in a goal line or near formation. He might pass this ball. This is big, Scott. I don't know if I like this.
Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
This could be a good time to take a big shot.
Pavan brings the safeties up. And, oh, baby.
I don't think he got forward
He did
progress.
not get it. Turnover on downs. And it's been, correct me if I'm wrong, 20 unanswered points. And I don't think he even has it from the first effort. You can see the ball in the right hand not cross the line. He never had it.
I think you're right, Scott. I think you're right. And I'll tell you, the switch from Pavan going from the double A gap back to this nickel 3-3-5 normal has just completely changed the momentum of this game. The game was all beast mode early on, and then Pavan decided to put the clamps on him.
It's a 2-possession game here.
And he's just going to milk this clock right here. If you're Pavan, you're just going to let this clock tick and this clock tick as much as you can, because you're not in any rush right now. You're up 2 possessions. You got the rock. You're fighting your way back into this tournament.
Trying not to have a slump after winning the Madden Club Championship right here in San Francisco just a few months ago. Quick throw, Tyreek, hello.
And we could have a situation, Scott, where if Krotobin beats Saya and Pavan wins this game, we're going to have everybody in the group at 1-1.
What's going on right here? Let's check out on what's going on with Rico. What do you got in your game, my friend?
RG couldn't have had better timing. We were talking about if everybody goes 1-1, who does the Players Lounge like to not make it out of their bracket? The majority said beast mode, with Saya a close second. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Rico.
How about the respect Krotobin's getting from the Players Lounge?
Sure. A lot of folks trying to bounce back. Fuller. That shouldn't be enough for the first down, and it will be at the 23.
More importantly, the clock just continues to tick. Look at that.
Every first down is another 2 minutes.
Monday, down, 280. 637.
Now timeout usage comes into play here. You don't want to do it.
White Monday.
Gonna have to at some point here. Oh, good hit.
I call it right here. I'm in this school of thought. I call it right here because it doesn't matter what you do. You can take it down to the 2-minute warning, but that's 30 seconds you could have had back.
Yeah.
That's a free 30 seconds you're giving away right here.
I think Beast Mode's mentality here is try to hold them to 3 without using any of those timeouts if possible. Get a quick score, and then you have a chance for an onside kick or a defensive stand. Regardless, he has a tall hill to climb right now. This isn't looking good for the Mac. It's more like the return of the champ, the club champ.
Up by 9. Here, the 2-minute warning. Trying to get his first win. Here, the challenge.
There's one person.
Saquon.
There's the timeout.
I'll bring him a 3rd and 11.
I'm with you, Scott. If you were going to use the timeout already, why not use it right before that 2-minute warning? I'm with you right there, Scott.
Could be 2:28 on the clock right now.
Yeah,
3rd and 11.
It's questionable clock management.
Saquon. And then right now it'd be like 2:22. So that's 30 seconds that you could have had back.
Yeah, mental mistake likely there from the Mac. Now remember, we've seen a missed field goal from Pavan already. Chiefs versus Raiders, the helmet shot.
Yeah, the kick is up and it's good. So we got a 12-point ball game right here. Yeah, you're going to need an onside no matter what anyway.
This point.
After the 2-minute warning.
Oh, that interception in the red zone was just so crucial for Mac.
He could have taken the lead. He was down 2.
You go from getting ready to take the lead, putting yourself in a position to play defense, to making it a 2-possession ball game. It just does a lot for your psyche, Then you get stopped, and Pavan continues to just set this defense up the same way, takes that nickel back, puts him behind the linebacker, and then continues to just send the goons with these linebackers right here.
I think it's, let's see, 23 unanswered points. 7-3 at one point, then it was 14-3. It's been all Pavan as Beast Mode gets out of bounds. Stop the clock with 1:39. 2nd and 4.
It's interesting. Pavan is just doing so much work with his user defender right there. That's the guy that he is using him to pretty much guard this whole area of the field. So you see my awful boxes, but this whole area of the field, Scott.
And it's going to be
That's
picked.
the area right there I was
Good
trying
night.
to get to.
GG.
The amount of work that Pavan is doing with that middle linebacker to control that middle of the field is ridiculous. And things will get open over there, but you just need time. And that pressure is not giving Beast Mode the time he wants.
And that's why that opening win by Beast Mode was huge with this matchup right here.
And competitive Madden right there. That's the area, that middle. That's where the user defenders are going to be. And a lot of time they're going to try to take away too many things by themselves.
Well, that's the that's the basis of the cover 2 anyway.
Yeah.
It's just the linebackers being able to work the middle of the field. Not a full Tampa 2 where the guy's got to drop so deep. But if you can cover those crossing routes,
well,
you can be really tough.
The difference between real life and Madden is in real life, that middle linebacker, that middle read, he's going to drop deep and go with anything that goes vertical from that slot. In Madden, you have so much vision over the field. You have eyes in the back of your head. You can drop deep, but then speed burst down and take away the underneath and vice versa. So the user defender is so efficient.
He's throwing. High point here to Boyd, trying to get that timeout out of Beast Mode. Not sure I'm throwing the ball right here.
He can knee it. Maybe he's trying to get in field goal range, help out with point differential a little bit.
We are in group play, and he does have a loss. And it was a big loss, too. 31-14. That's what Saya beat him by. And we know Saya's in some trouble over there against Kratoban right now over on Mixer. And he might be thinking about 3. Like, hey, if I lost 31-17, if I can get a 3 here, then I'm pretty much even for the tournament.
I don't even know if he's thinking about 3 more than he's thinking about 7. This is a straight classless. Actually,
well, I tell you, man, you throw a pick 6.
And here's the thing. It's not too classless because it is group play.
It is.
And Boyd! With the laser, let's go.
A laser beam.
All of it.
Said, I need all of it. You got it all right now, Pavan.
Well, that puts his point differential for the group play here in Group A into a positive. With 24 seconds, Beast Mode has put himself in a heck of a point differential right here. He's going to be in the bottom of the point differential with this loss.
These next few games, Scott, are going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to be interesting what game they pick here in this third one. You'll have Kratoban taking on Pavan, and then you'll have BeastModeMac against Saya.
Hey, easy.
I don't know. We're going to have to ask the guys to get in the nerd cave to figure out which one's going to be
12, 12, 12.
the featured matchup.
On. Go ahead.
1st and 10. Beast Mode trying to get some points back. Throws it off his back foot.
Ooh, I wanted a fumble right there.
And he'll use his final timeout. That's how this thing can get crazy. I mean, he was going down to kick a field goal to go up 17-16. I'm talking about BeastModeMac. And you're going to end up losing 33-14. That's how quick it can change.
That's how big of a play that pick six was, Scott. And I'll tell you, I think the difference to me in this game was when Pavan decided to go to his vintage 3-3-5 normal defense, because that's when Beast Mode just started having all kinds of trouble.
On. Gun.
So 3rd and 3. Maybe the final play of the game. Just hoping to get some of those points back. Remember, he won by 6. And now he's losing by over 9,000 points. And that'll do it. Pavan with a big win. GG's between the two, 33-14.